teach you guys how to pop a ball, say onto a green, which is usually what you're gonna be doing. What you're gonna need is a high-pitched club. In my hand right now, I have a 64 degree, and what I essentially am gonna do is with this high-pitched club, like a 64 degree, which is very high-pitched, all I'm going to need to do is keep my hands in front of the club. So if you take another club and you take your club, it should line up to be about 1 inch to 2 inches in front of the ball. Now, you're also going to need to keep your weight on your back foot and place it in the back of your stance. You're going to need to bend your right arm, and you're just going to really get under it and follow through with your shot to just, here, that was a better one, to pop it up. Now, this is going to create backspin on the ball so that when you hit the green, let's say the green is sloped this way, when you hit the green it's going to create backspin, and you're trying to pop it on the green so it just stops basically right where it is. And it also stops it if it's on a slope, pretty much if you do enough backspin. And another thing is sand wedges, when you try to hit out of a bunker, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to bounce it, because what you're essentially doing is you're just hitting the sand. You actually never come in contact with the ball when you hit in the sand, or at least you never should. I don't have a sand bunker in my basement, so I can't really demonstrate for you guys. But if the ball is right there, let's say it's just in the sand, for practice shots, just draw a line about 2 to 3 inches behind the ball, then take your club, and in real rules, this would be called grounding your club if you let your club touch the sand before you hit the ball. But in practice, that's okay because you're learning. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to place your club right here or above it if you're actually in the game. And you're going to want to hit it before the club or before the ball, but don't play it like this. Play it a little bit in front of the ball, 2 or 3 inches. And you're going to want to hit it like 2 or 3 inches behind it, because then you hit the sand and the sand propels the ball. You're going to want to follow through, and you're also going to want to kind of like bounce the ball. See, and then that creates backspin, allowing you to get out of the bunker and hopefully to your intended target, which is close to the hole. Now, if you don't have the luxury of having a 64 degree sand wedge and a 56 like I have here, it'll be harder to take some shots. Like a 56 degree is better for fairways, popping it onto the green if they're sloping away from the fairway. But if you really need to be high pitched, like a 56 degree, it'll pitch pretty good, but it won't pitch super high. I mean, it will, but not as high as a 64 degree. As you can see, like the 64 degree would come up to here, and the 56 would be about half that. So what you can do to fix that, if you don't have the luxury of both clubs, what you can do is you can open up the face and then turn your stance, because once you open up the face like this, it's going to keep the ball from here, and it's going to kind of like want to move the ball so it's closer like this, and then you'll hit a draw. So what you want to do is you want to open the face club if you have a 56 or lower, and then you're going to want to turn like this so you're even with where you want to hit, and then you're going to hit it. See, and that came a little bit higher, still not as high as a 64. But one thing is I would not recommend just getting the 64 degree, because I found that I just got the 64 degree, and what I found is that when I hit the ball, I'd get so much under it that it wouldn't go as far as I intended it to go. So you need kind of an in-between club between a 64 or 60, and your pitching wedge, which is usually about 47, 48 degrees, depending on the brand, depending on the line of clubs that you have. So I also got a 56 degree, and it's a little harder shot because with a 64 degree, you can just come in here and hit it regularly, right towards the hole and pop it up. But with a 56 degree, if you want to get it just almost as high as a 64 degree, you're gonna, have to come right through the ball, follow through, stay behind it, and open your face, and then turn sideways. Oof, that was bad. And then turn sideways and hit it. Now keep in mind that these won't go as far as just hitting it, but you don't want to be too far in front of the ball. Obviously I'm exaggerating here, but you don't want to be too far in front of the ball, because then what will happen is you'll just hit it straight like that, like you just pulled out your 5-iron. So that's why you want to stay behind the ball with your body, but a little bit in front of it with your hands, but not too much. So to recap real quick, you want to stay behind the ball with your body weight, but a little bit in front of it. You want to swing through the ball, open the face to get it higher on a lower pitched club. It is a little harder shot, but you guys can try it. I have used it, but I will tell you that sometimes you do get it wrong, and it is very hard to perfect. You also need to keep in line your toes, your knees, your hips, and your shoulder all at the same time. Also bending this back right arm if you're a righty, swinging through the ball. And also, you don't want to lose your balance, and fall, because that makes you look amateur and it looks like you can't golf. So that's how to pop a shot.